We did feel from the beginning Sam was a little bit different to Brodie developmental wise, a bit slower to lift his head, crawling, walking. I think having the twin, we really did notice that there was a little bit of something a little bit different. We found out when Sam was 1 that he had MPS 1, which is Hurlers syndrome. It is quite rare. I think it was 1 in 150,000 chance that you carry the genetic default.
When we initially found out, I'd never heard of it before, and I thought it was like nothing. And then, yeah, we looked up what it actually was, and like the actual life expectancy was around 10, and it was gut-wrenching. It was horrible.
With Sam's condition, they do need to do the bone marrow transplant as early as possible to minimise, brain damage and things like that. So the first transplant, he was in hospital for around about 3 months in a special airflow room. We were waiting for the cells to take, and the cells just didn't take.
It was pretty rough, like just slowly seeing him getting worse and worse, and we're just waiting. It was horrible at some points, like just seeing he put on a kilo in like 10 hours, and he only weighed like 15 kilos then, so he was huge, and he was just in pain, and yeah, shortly after that he went up to ICU.
There was quite a few times that we did come quite close to losing Sam. He did spend a bit of time in ICU and in an induced coma, and it was very painful to watch your child suffer. We had the opportunity for a second transplant at Queensland Children's Hospital. The doctors at Perth Children's Hospital had organised. Sam's first transplant was a stem cell transplant, and the second was a bone marrow transplant. We found out, I think 2 weeks before Christmas, that we were going to go to Queensland, relocate for the second transplant. We did have to pack up the house, move the house, and we were in Queensland for 8 months. So the second transplant was quite a contrast to the first transplant. Sam was very strong, before the transplant. He was in really good shape, and I think it was 21 days his cells started coming in, and when they started to come in, I was over the moon.
We were just kind of waiting for it to go bad again, just to protect ourselves, kind of thing. Yeah, it didn't. Yeah, it was it just got better and better.
So now Sam's amazing. He's loud, he's strong, he keeps up with his siblings, he's funny. He's starting to speak a lot clearer and has a few more words.
Hello. Hello.
He's just amazing.
With Sam, it's all about early diagnosis. Like, if you get discovered after 2.5 years, it's a death sentence. You'll die before 10. So yeah, the funding is critical just to get that early diagnosis.
I think we did kind of get the bone marrow transplant in the nick of time.
Yeah, we're really thankful. Before his second transplant, I could see him starting to go backwards. And look at him now, and he's only getting better. It's great. Words can't describe it.